right? And there's two other potential situations. They could say that should arrive right on a certain date, or they might say, sorry, we've sold out for now, but we will get more in right on maybe another date. Right. So sometimes they say we don't have any right now, but maybe next week there's going to be more coming in. Okay. So in each of these situations, you have an opportunity to ask them to basically hold one for. Okay. So Faye, I'm going to teach you the most basic one here in this kind of situation. So the normal situation, right, that you should do, if they give you one of the earlier answers, like we're out of stock or we're sold out, right, the first thing you should ask immediately is something like, will you be getting any more? Okay, and this means in the future. Right, so you can check if they're going to get another delivery, right? If they say yes, right, your next question would be something like, can you hold one for me? Right. So basically that means, can you put one on reserve specifically for me? Right. If they answer no, right, then you should ask the next question, which is something like, do any of your other stores have one? Okay, and then can you check for them? Now, some people think that this is being a little bit annoying, a little bit pushy, but if you're buying an expensive item, generally speaking, this is actually a very, very normal thing to do, right? For expensive items, usually the customer service level is expected to be very high, so they'll be happy to do that for you. Even for regular shops, most of them will be very polite and they'll do that for you. Right? Now, if you ask them, if they say yes, they'll usually ask you something like, sure, which store? Where do you live? Right? The reason they'll ask you where do you live is they'll usually search for a store that's somewhere nearby. Does that make sense? Right? And they'll also probably say something like, let me check our system. Where do you live? Or something like that. Okay. And then they might say, yes, we have, or they might say something like, Parramatta has 2 bags. Right? And then they might say, would you like us to hold one for you? Right? You say, yes, please. Right? And then they'll say something like, can I please have your name? Right? And you say, it's Faith. Faye. Right? And then they're going to say something like, and when can you pick it up? So they'll say, when can you go and collect it? You might say something like, oh, I can pick it up this afternoon. Right? And then they'll be like, great, I'll ask them to hold it for you. Yeah.